Hello, how are you doing? If you click this video, you may be lost, you may be depressed, you may be confused, you may feel out of body, like you're a ghost. You may feel done with everything and everyone. You may just not know what to do. You could just have clicked on the video because you just wanted to watch it. You could have clicked on the video because you're here to poke fun or make fun and cause chaos. And that's fine. This video is for everyone. Because every human being, no matter what age you are, what race you are, and what you're going through, deserves to hear this. Because this is the only way, and I promise you, this is the only way to pull yourself out of that state. As silly as this may sound to many of you, just know that all of the things that you do as a vice, if that may be smoking weed or drinking alcohol or having sexual intimacy with many partners or yelling at your kids and your wife or abusing them or being a bully or having a gambling addiction, any of these vices that you've turned to, listening to music, as much as you think they're helping, they're weaker than you. Do not attach yourself, who's in a weak state, to something weaker than you. I know most of the people smoke these things, these vape pens. It's weaker than you. When you feel weak, when you feel down, when you feel broken, do not attach yourself to something weaker than you, to a substance, to abuse. Don't mope in a corner. As silly as this is going to sound to a lot of people that may be atheist or Hindu or whatever you may be, you don't have to believe in God to hear this message and to do what I'm about to tell you to do. As silly as it may sound to go into a room by yourself, okay? Make sure that you are clean. Wash your arms. Wash your face. Make sure you're wearing proper, normal clothing. Get on your hands and knees. Look up and say, God, please, 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 God, I don't know if you're there. Guide me. Please guide me. No matter what I do, no matter who I turn to, I end up back in the same situation. I end up feeling like a ghost in my own body. God, guide me. God, help the people around me. God, show me a sign. If God is there, if God is not there, at least you're turning to something that's beyond you, that's stronger than you, that's smarter than you. At least you're doing something that cannot affect other people, that doesn't physically or mentally affect you. As silly as that idea may sound in your head, getting on the ground and praying to an invisible being may be 100 times more effective than the drugs or the alcohol or the music or the unneeded sex that you're going and having. Trust me. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Muslim or not Muslim, I'm American. I grew up with American culture, American music, American movies. I've seen it all. My friends have died from drug overdoses. I've been in fights. I've been to parties around the most intensified drugs you can think of. It'll never turn out in your favor. Ever. No matter how hard I tried my whole entire life. Didn't matter if I worked out. Didn't matter what I did. my life always ended up back in the same spot. I always ended up feeling lost, like I was missing something, like I just did not get something. Pray to something greater than you. I promise, as silly as it sounds to you, it's not. It can't hurt you. It can't hurt the people around you. But you smoking and you drinking, it hurts you. And it hurts the people around you. And you know it damages you more. Why would you make yourself weaker when you're already in a weak state? Do not do it. I want to keep this short and sweet. This was on my mind. I wanted to share this. This is not a normal video that I usually do post. So if you did come in here and you did watch this video, I want you to try what I've told you. If you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, I know you're a human being. I do it too. I'm Muslim. I stand on a prayer rug 5 times a day and I pray to God and I ask Him 5 times a day to guide me, to help me, to bring knowledge to me, to bring knowledge to my family, to help my family, to guide my family, to guide my friends, to guide my viewers. And I still go and I chase my vices. I still do it. And it breaks me down. And I want you guys to know, when you get down, if you decide to do what I told you to do, like again, trust me, sitting there and praying to an invisible being is way less silly than going and taking drugs or going and having sex with random people or going and drinking alcohol and abusing drugs or destroying your relationships with your family and your friends. That's a lot more silly than praying to an invisible being in silence. So remember that. Try it. You're scared to try it. Try it. Genuinely try it. Ask God to guide you. Ask God to help you. Ask God for knowledge. He will give it to you. And when you do receive it, acknowledge it. Don't be like the guy who went to the doctor and the doctor told him you have to take this pill twice a day for 365 days. And he decided instead of taking it for 1 year, he took it for 6 months because after 6 months, he started to feel better. And once he started to feel better, he stopped taking the pill. But 6 months later, his disease came back 2 times harder. And what is that guy going to do? He's going to blame the doctor. But the doctor told him to take it for a year. But he only took it until he started feeling better. So remember, when you pray to God and God answers your prayer, don't be like the guy who stopped taking the pill after 6 months because he felt better. You're going to feel better. You're going to become stronger. Continue to become stronger. Continue to feel better. I know you don't think you can. It doesn't stop. That feeling doesn't stop. You're going to drill yourself into the ground and it's going to feel worse and worse and worse. In the state you're in, you can think this can't get worse. It's going to get worse. And vice versa. When things are getting better and you think this can't get any better, this is the peak. So you stop. You stop working out, or you stop praying. That's when it all just falls back down. So know, when you do pray, and when God does answer your prayer, acknowledge it. And do it again. I promise you He'll answer. I promise you He'll answer. Thank you.